Bad genetics. This is becoming one of the most common reasons that we see pets in the emergency room. Unfortunately, because the breeding of pets has been unregulated for so long and there are so many people irresponsibly engaging in the breeding of pets, the gene pool is a complete disaster right now. In certain breeds, the incidence of genetic inherited disease is higher than 95%. And some of these diseases are really serious, like heart problems, respiratory problems, and neurologic problems. But it also includes problems like hip dysplasia and skin allergies. How can you avoid bad genetics? Don't buy from a bad breeder.
If you went to buy a car and it looks really nice on the outside and you look under the hood and it's complete junk, well, unfortunately we have a lot of really cute pets running around that on the inside are made up of parts that are just genetically poorly made. Unfortunately, pet owners, when they go to buy a pet, they don't know how to look under the hood and see where this was manufactured and how, and to make sure that it's safe. A few years down the road, a lot of them end up in the emergency room with basically the dog and cat equivalents of blown out engines. It's really sad that a lot of times there's really not a lot that we can do about this. It's too late.
How do you know what a good breeder is? Well, the truth is there aren't that many good responsible breeders. What it actually takes to be a good breeder, the amount of financial and time investment to screen your breeding stock for all of the inheritable diseases, is extremely expensive. To be breeding golden retrievers, that means that you're actually getting hip x-rays done on the adults before you breed them to make sure that you're not passing hip dysplasia on to the puppies. A responsible breeder will keep very detailed pedigrees, making sure that if any genetic diseases arise within that breeding stock, that those animals are removed from the breeding program. A good breeder will also be very scrutinous about who they're adopting pets out to make sure that those owners have what it takes to provide a good home for the pet. You as the consumers really need to start holding breeders more accountable for irresponsible breeding and bad genetics. If you're going to buy a purebred, do as much research as you possibly can about that breed, but most importantly, you need to know about the inherited genetic diseases that are prevalent in that breed, and also the behavioral concerns as well. If you're going to breed a pet, you need to take a class before you do that and make sure that you fully understand everything that's involved in breeding pets. You should have the parents tested ahead of time for genetic diseases. If you're thinking about breeding a pet, ask yourself if you really have what it takes.